Hi, Kim West, the Sleep Lady, and in this video I'm going to answer Mary's question that she posted on my Facebook page. When I put my 10-month-old down awake enough, she cries and looks for me and sits up and cries and won't lay herself down to go back to sleep. She only wants to be held and consoled. I don't know if it's teething or a sleep regression. Help. Okay, Mary. It could be that she's used to you putting her down very sleepy and you putting her down more awake. She doesn't understand. And she gets really upset and says, well, what are you doing? I don't know how to put myself to sleep. Usually you hold me or console me or rock me to sleep. And that's what I'm used to, and that's what I know how to do. So you switching it up, of course, creates her crying. I also find that even if you didn't switch it up, lots of babies, as they get older, start to figure it out. It's almost like, oh, I used to fall asleep nursing to sleep, and then mommy had to nurse me and then start rocking me, or then start walking, through the room and rocking me and bouncing me, and it starts to add on. And that it takes longer and longer for you to get her to sleep enough that you can put her down and she'll stay asleep. So regardless of how you got here, your baby doesn't realize it, but in some senses she's told you, like, Mommy, I need to learn how to go to sleep without you rocking me to sleep. And so this means that you have to start sleep coaching her. So you would, again, start on a night after a great day of naps, and then you would not trick her. Don't get her a little drowsy in your arms at bedtime. You really want, more awake than drowsy. So you want it to be that your baby is fed, dry, warm, loved, kisses, and into the crib. And so there's no tricking her, like you get her halfway there and then you put her in there and then she panics and wakes up and sits up and cries. Okay. So remember, she's learning a new skill. So she's of course not going to understand why you've switched this up. And lots of times when babies are pre-verbal, they cry. So stay with her, offer physical and verbal reassurance, sit down next to her crib so that when she's sitting up, you can see her between the slots of the crib, and pat in between the slots of the crib and encourage her to lay down. She should at this age know how to go from a sitting up position to down. If she doesn't, you might need to practice that during the day so you don't get stuck with laying her down, because by the way, that will never work. You'll do that all night long. So I really don't want you to get into a struggle about lying her down. So you can pat and shush intermittently and encourage her to lay down, and only pick up to calm if she gets really hysterical. But again, I have a lot of my rules about the shuffle, the Sleep Lady Shuffle, outlined in my book. You're going to do this at bedtime and every time that she wakes up. And really in about 7 to 10 nights, she'll be largely sleeping through the night. Sometimes it can happen faster, but that's about the average. And then naps, of course, take 2 to 3 weeks.